Yeah, I will, and I'm gonna let Scott do that. But I think we're doing very well. I think we're getting along with China. China's would like to have something. As of this moment, we'll be meeting in a couple of weeks. We'll be meeting in South Korea.
You think
Myself.
will go forward?
I think so. It looks like it's going forward. I think so. They want to meet. We like to meet. I have a very good relationship with President Xi, and we're going to see what happens. But, you know, for years we were taken advantage of by China very badly. We were losing hundreds of billions of dollars a year to China. We really built their military, if you think about it. The kind of money that presidents allowed to be lost to China was just insane. And then when I came into office, as you know, I put very severe tariffs. So we took in hundreds of billions of dollars in my first term from China. Biden let that go because it was so much. He let it continue, but he gave all sorts of exceptions. And by the time you looked at it, Scott, I would say it wasn't the same thing. He would give an exception for anything. If you got up and went out to dinner, he'd give you an exception. So it wasn't the same thing. But I put on very serious tariffs. So we took in hundreds of billions of dollars. And then I left office. The election was rigged. I left office, and that was the story. Now I come back, and we are in a very strong position because of tariffs. We're in a very powerful position because of the fact that we have tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, we would be in a very weak position. We would be in a weakened state. But with tariffs, we've made hundreds of billions of dollars, not only from China, but from others. And China wants to talk, and we like talking to China. So we have a very good relationship, and we're going to be meeting in South Korea a couple of weeks. And I just got back from a long trip. I'm going on another long trip. And Scott, do you want to say a few words on that, please?
Yes, sir. So the entire relationship stems from the great respect that the two leaders have for each other. China did a substantial, unprovoked escalation last week. We were unable to get in touch with them since then. It's been IMF World Bank Week. They have had working level people here who there have been meetings. The Vice Premier, who is my counterpart, and I will be speaking this evening at around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then he and I and a delegation will meet in Malaysia probably a week from tomorrow to prepare for the two presidents to meet. So I think that things have de-escalated. We hope that China will show the respect that we have shown them. And I am confident that President Trump, because of his relationship with President Xi, will be able to get things back on a good course.
Is the hope for that meeting with you and President Xi some kind of trade deal then? Or
could be.
More
Look, I think we're in a very strong position. We're getting, as you know, as of November 1st, I could move it up if I wanted, a 100% tariff over and above what we get now. So that would make it about 157%. And China doesn't want that, and they want to talk, and we're talking. And I think we'll make a deal that will be good for both. I think we will do something. But you have to understand, we never got anything from China. It was a one-way street. For many years, for decades, it was a one-way street. And they became rich because of the United States. And frankly, presidents that, let's be nice, they didn't know. They just didn't know. They didn't understand what was happening to them. But I understood it. I understood it long before I ran for politics. I used to watch in amazement at how stupid our country was, how stupid they were. And we're not stupid anymore. And that includes with the European Union, that includes with Japan and South Korea. All we want to do is be treated fairly. But the fairly is hundreds of billions and even trillions of dollars coming into the United States. And it's our national security is secure because of tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, we would have no national security. So it's very important.
Will you seek China's help in ending the war in Ukraine? Do you need them to put pressure on Russia?
I'll be discussing that, but I'd love to see it ended before that. I mean, I think we have a chance of ending the war quickly if flexibility is shown on behalf. And again, we're not losing people. The United States is not. We're not losing people. We're not spending money. We're getting paid for the, ammunition and missiles and everything else that we're sending to the European Union, but to NATO. but it's very similar. If you look at the countries, I mean, it's very similar. And we just made a very fair trade deal with the European Union. And what we wanted, and we made a very good deal with NATO too. You know, they pay for all of this. That's not what we're in this for. We're in it to save thousands of lives every week. Thousands and thousands of lives. That's why we're in it. And I think we have a very good chance of bringing this war to a conclusion.
Mr. President, and your cabinet has done honestly an excellent job. I think that a lot of people could agree to that.
Thank you.
I'm speaking as someone who lost my father in a war, so I know the human cost. What would your advice be to American leaders, to world leaders, to neocons, to TV hosts who often speak about conflict in abstract or strategic terms rather than the human cost and the human terms?
Look, my only statement is we have to get together. It's a very small group of people. It's the president, and the president. Okay, 3 presidents. And I'm the mediator president. And I'm mediating not an easy situation. It should be easy, but it's a lot easier when people understand each other, when they get together, and when they like each other. We don't necessarily have that situation as far as like is concerned. Maybe it can turn around. Maybe it can. But in the meantime, we'll have them keep a little bit of distance, and we're going to see if we can get it done. This is number 9, okay? This will be number 9 for me. I've solved 8, including the Middle East. I've solved 8. This, I thought, would have been among the easiest. We solved, President Putin mentioned yesterday, Armenia, you know, all of the different wars. He said it was amazing because but the big one that he was surprised that we were able to settle was the Middle East. He thought it was incredible. He was very generous in that sense. This should be something we're able to settle, and I think we will be able to settle. Yeah, Brian.
Yes, sir. And on that note, you will go down as the peacemaker, no doubt, and you will resolve this war.
Well, you know, we resolved 8 others. It's funny how people say that. If you get this one, every time I do one, they forget about that one. I solved 8 wars. Go to Rwanda and the Congo, talk about India and Pakistan, look at Thailand, look at all of the wars that we solved. And every time I solve one, they say, if you solve the next one, you're going to get the Nobel Prize. I didn't get a Nobel Prize. Somebody got it who's a very nice woman, very nice. I don't know who she is, but she was very generous. So I don't care about all that stuff. I just care about saving lives. But this will be number 9. But every time I solve one, they said, sir, if you solve one more, you're going to be known as a peacekeeper. So to the best of my knowledge, we've never had a president that solved one war. Not one war. Bush started a war. A lot of them start wars, but they don't solve the wars. They don't settle them. And especially when they have nothing to do with us. I saw almost, I guess, just about all of these wars had nothing to do with us. But I saved tens of millions of lives. The Prime Minister of Pakistan said, I saved millions of lives in interceding on Pakistan. And you look at Pakistan and India as an example. That would have been a bad one, 2 nuclear nations, right? So I say this, this is pretty much the last one, although I do understand that Pakistan attacked, or there is an attack going on with Afghanistan. That's an easy one for me to solve if I have to solve it. In the meantime, I have to run the USA, but I love solving wars. You know why? I like stopping people from being killed, and I've saved millions and millions of lives, and I think we're going to have success with this war. Wait, please.
This, President Zelensky, this is your 3rd time over here. And by the way, you look excellent.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
For you, by the way. This is your 3rd time here. How different sitting across from the president is this time versus the 2 previous times here at the White House? And how confident are you hearing the success rate of solving these prior wars that he can get this war solved?
First of all, about suit. The same suit because the same president. It's very simple. The next president will have another suit. Yes, about our relations with President Trump, I think we have important dialogues, and I think we begin to understand each other Yes, and I know that President is briefed very well about situation in the battlefield, and he knows a lot what's going on the battlefield in Ukraine, and I think it really helps when you know a lot of things, a lot of details about one or another war. It helps a lot, but we are still in war, and I hope we can manage.
You have been
I think
clear
it's
that there are some
important.
countries that are not meeting their commitment. You pointed out Spain. They said that like it's impossible.
No,
for them-
Spain has not come through. No, Spain has not been loyal to NATO. Spain has been, they're the only one. Everyone went up to, as you know, I mean, you were at 2% and they all went up to 5%, but Spain disagreed with that. I think Spain should be reprimanded for that. I think it's very bad that they did that, but that's up to them. That's up to NATO and Spain.
From your options, they cannot be expelled from NATO.
Can they or not?
They cannot, according to the treaty, but they also claim that they are protected by the European Union umbrella for trade.
Well, the other people, many of the other countries are in the European Union too. They're not complaining, right?
President, I'm going to tell you that Putin is serious.
That's of interest.
Mr.
They're
President,
protected by Yeah, please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Do you think you can carry the momentum from the Middle East deal over to this deal? And if
I do.
so, how does that move the needle?
Yeah, I do. I think we carry a lot of momentum, a lot of credibility. Getting Middle East done was very important. Nobody thought it could be done. That was one nobody thought could be done, and we got it done. And a lot of that was the big hit that we put on Iran with respect to the nuclear. They took, that was an unbelievable military maneuver, the B-2s, and many other planes involved, by the way, but the B-2s. Yeah, I think nobody expected that to happen. And, you know, we had 59 countries involved, and these were countries very diverse. You had Arab, Muslim, Jewish, you had every country, Christian, you had every country, and many countries involved, and we got that done. And we got it done pretty swiftly after we set the table properly. We had to set the table properly. This should be one that we get done. And I think the table is set properly here now, too. And it'll be a great honor. It'll be a great honor to get it done. And the Ukrainian people are great, and the Russian people are great. And obviously they have much in common, as we understand. They have a lot in common. So it'll be a great honor to get it done. Yeah.
On Venezuela, there are survivors from your latest boat strike. What happens to those survivors?
Well, I'll ask Marco to discuss that possibly.
Yeah, it's well known there's an ongoing narco-terrorist operation the United States has been conducting. As far as details of any recent strikes, we're not prepared here to announce all those details, but you'll get that information here very shortly.
And how are there survivors when these are meant to be lethal attacks?
Yeah, again, I mean, we're undertaking these operations against narco-terrorists. That's what these are. These are terrorists. Let's be clear. And but as far as the details of any recent operations, when we are prepared to announce those, we will, as the president has consistently done. So you may get something on that later today.
Let me ask you, that was in a submarine, right? We attacked a submarine, and that was a drug-carrying submarine built specifically for the transportation of massive amounts of drugs, just so you understand. This was not an innocent group of people. I don't know too many people that have submarines, and that was an attack on a drug-carrying, loaded-up submarine. Yeah.
On Putin, is it your belief, as Mr. Zelensky said yesterday, that the threat of tomahawks and costs, as Secretary Hicks put it, is that bringing him to the table, the fact that it's kind of a carrot and stick?
I don't know what's bringing him to. I think he wants to make a deal. That's all. I can't tell you what's bringing him. Sure, that's the threat of that is good, but the threat of that is always there. Tomahawks are very dangerous weapons. They're incredible weapons. If you like warfare, it's one of the most accurate. You know, we hit 30 Tomahawks in Iran after the B-2s did their damage. We sort of gave it a little capper with 30 Tomahawks from a submarine, quite far away actually, but they're an amazing weapon. They're a very powerful weapon, but they're a very dangerous weapon, and it could mean big, escalation. It could mean a lot of bad things can happen. Tomahawks are a big deal. But one thing I have to say, we want tomahawks also. We don't want to be giving away things that we need to protect our country. We have a very strong country right now. We have a strong military. We have the greatest military in the world. We have the greatest weapons in the world. I want to get this war over. Okay?
Putin-Trump tunnel to connect Russia and Alaska. Are you interested?
I just heard about it. A tunnel from Russia to Alaska. I just heard about that one. That's an interesting one. We'll have to think about that. I hadn't heard that. We just did a nice road in Alaska that's going to get us to a lot of minerals, and we have a piece of it, a good piece of the ownership because of the fact we made it possible. But this came up yesterday, a tunnel from Russia to Alaska. That's an interesting. What do you think of that, Mr. President? Do you have any ideas? How do you like that idea?
I'm not happy with this.
No, I don't think you're going to like it. I don't think you liked it. I don't think you liked it.
President Trump, do you think that Vladimir Putin, do you think that Putin, your gut instinct?
Well, we had a senator that wanted, remember, from Hawaii, she wanted a tunnel from the mainland to Hawaii. And she said, well, we can't do that, so we're going to build a railroad to Hawaii. Do you remember? She's a current sitting senator, a Democrat. She wants a railroad to go to Hawaii, right? You know who that is, right? She's another beauty.
President Trump, your gut instinct.
Yeah, please.
On your meeting with Putin, aren't you concerned that maybe the Russian president is trying to buy himself more time?
Yeah, I am, but, you know, I've been played all my life by the best of them, and I came out really well. So it's possible, yeah, a little time.
Is your gut
It's
instinct
all right. But I think that I'm pretty good at this stuff. I think that he wants to make a deal. I made 8 of them. I'm going to make a 9th. I think he wants to make a deal. Well, I think that he should have won the war in a week. Yeah, I do think. And if we didn't give the anti-tank missiles, as you know, the javelins they call them, they got stuck in the mud. They would have been in Kiev very quickly. They were heading to Kiev. So, you know, in war, you have a lot of luck too. You know, weather has won war, and the cold and the heat and all things take place in war. But that was a very interesting moment when the tanks started rolling and some brilliant general said, let's go through the mud instead of going down the highway, right? So they got a little bit lucky. But you know where they really got lucky? I gave javelins. That wasn't given by Barack Hussein Obama. He gave them sheets. You know, there's a statement. Obama gave them sheets, and I gave them the javelins. And the javelins are a devastating weapon. And that wasn't given by Obama. That was given by, because at the time it was Obama. That was given by me. So it was like one of those things. And you had hundreds of them. They're a devastating weapon. We have a lot of devastating weapons. I'd rather not use them. But that was a big moment. You know, when the tanks got stuck, they got stuck. And call it luck or call it talent. I'm not sure what you'd call it, but it was a big moment in time.
Do you think Democrats will give you credit? Do you think Democrats will give you credit when you finally end this war, like they did with the war in the Middle East? And
I think right now the Democrats are really damaged, mentally damaged. They want to take 1.5 trillion with a T, $1 trillion, and give it to people that invaded our country. They came into our country illegally, from prisons, from mental institutions, gang members. They want to give them health care and take it away from our citizens. We're not going to do that. $1.5 trillion. They want to destroy our health care system. We're not going to let that happen.
Have you authorized CIA operations in Venezuela as part of?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but some interesting things are happening around the world, I'll say that.
Mr. President, it has been reported that Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Let's go.
jot this down.
Thanks, President Trump.
Thank you, Peter. Good job.
Look at JD's face, man. He's still laughing.
Jonas, if you'd love.
That was funny shit right there. Oh, all the religious people are going to be really annoyed with that, but us that don't care about an F word, we're totally okay with it. He dropped it. That's certain. So, how's everybody doing? Does my audio sound fine? I didn't even send out links because I was basically, I felt bad that I hadn't done a coffee club. So really the only one that's got the link is Mouse. So, and she's more than welcome to come up. But I was just going to do a quick, you know, stream and kind of, when I seen Trump was on, I figured I'd get it in there. So, yeah. Good morning, Kai. And good morning to everybody that came in and I didn't get a chance to actually say hello. I did try to get you in the chat. Is that his first? Oh, hell no, that ain't his first. I'm pretty sure I've heard him say it at least one or two more times. There's your Mouse. How are ya? That was weird. Well, there, now you were muffled there for a minute, like you were underwater. I wasn't quite sure what happened.
Let me check my audio.
I think you're okay now.
Oh, okay.
So how are you?
I was just laughing Zelensky in his suit.
He actually had a suit.
It cracked me up because Vance checked him. Like, you look good today, thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you gotta teach these kids.
People will never understand. Once you've seen that dancing video, like, you'll never see Zelensky the same.
Right?
So, yeah, he needs to put on a suit after that.
Mm-hmm.
Man up a little bit.
Yeah, just a hair. Come on. Yeah, and, you know, he didn't even, I mean, he could have even went with that. I've seen Trump walk around without a tie. I mean, usually when he comes to these things, he doesn't. He usually has a tie on. But, at least dress nice. Jeez.
Yeah, I think they've taught him not to wear his street clothes to the White House.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've said it a million times that shame is a great teacher. You know, when people are like, no, don't shame people, dude, that
Yeah.
curves people into being better people.
That's the way we were raised in the 80s. If
That's
you
right.
got ridiculous, be expected to be told how ridiculous you were being.
When I say that if I did something wrong, one time was I got brought home by the cops. I did not get an MIP, a minor in possession, thank goodness. But I did get brought home by the cops. And as soon as come Saturday, when we all hung out together with the family in my uncle's backyard, and there was 50 freaking people there, my mom turned and looked at me and said, "Tell everybody what a nice little girl you was." And that's how it was. And every single family member did that with their kid. That's how you got told out. So
I had that
usually
mom.
straightened up and. You didn't get caught, at least, the next time.
Yeah.
You got smarter one way or the other.
Did. Yeah, you did. You weighed if it was worth it a little closer.
Right.
So what do you think about all these peace deals?
Well, I have to tell you that I'm annoyed that we're even worrying about other countries. And I know he's doing a good thing. I know he is. but I'm just so frustrated when I drive to the grocery store or to the gas station and, you know, the gas is almost $5 a gallon. And yes, I know I live in a blue state and that bitch has everything to do with where my prices are. But again, it still doesn't matter then. Of all the changes he's made, it isn't making a change for me. So call me selfish, but when it affects my family, or it isn't affecting my family in a good way, not necessarily that it is worse in some cases. I mean, this is the highest our gas has been. That freaks me out. So,
just check in on what is the price of oil today. Talking about gas prices.
Yeah, I know that here, Marvin just went to get gas actually. So when he comes back, I'll ask him what he paid without our rewards discount that he gets from Fred Meyer's. Gas here right now. Diesel's $4.81. Regular's $4.39. I know I just seen higher prices. They must have come down just a little bit.
Y'all's are a couple of dollars higher than ours.
Yeah, a couple dollars, not like a 20 cents. A couple dollars.
A couple dollars. We've got
Jesus.
271 regular as an average right now in Tennessee, and the premium is $3.57 a gallon. But I was looking, we've got oil at $57.19 a barrel. And so, yeah, your gas prices should probably be a little lower.
Well, ours in Portland is a little lower, but out where I live, oh yeah, they're not. They're over the $4 an hour.
Wow.
$4. So it's just very frustrating because you go to the grocery store, and I don't give a shit if eggs went down the dollar since he's been in office. I don't eat that much eggs for it to count. I do eat all the other stuff that's on the outside of the store, though. And that's the stuff that is extremely expensive. I'm sorry, but $17 a pound for meat? Are you lost your rabbit ass mind? That's just
wow.
nuts.
Then I don't know. The fresh food makes me mad. It like my prices shouldn't be that high for meat, for eggs, for milk, because that stuff should not have a tariff on it. I shouldn't be getting those things from out of the country.
Well, I definitely think we are losing a lot of farms, and so that's why everything else is so much higher priced. Because if it's here, well, it's not here because it's in our country, or grown in our country. It's here because it was shipped to our country. That I don't like either. I would just soon it was here. However, some of those countries grow their stuff in better stuff than we got going on, because we've allowed lots of nasty stuff to be put into our food one way or another, whether it's through process or whether it's through growth. They are putting nasty shit in our food. You remember back in the day, Miracle Grow was a big thing. Everybody should use Miracle Grow. Look what it does for your tomato bush. I used to have the most beautiful tomatoes you ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
As big as my head, damn near. You could literally have a meal out of them. But
wow.
when I stopped using Miracle Grow, that stopped, and then you realized what size of tomatoes you were really going to end up with. So,
yeah.
When you realize that what's in stuff like that, it's just not.
I have a problem with the thought that my milk set in a bay somewhere at a loading dock, like that just grosses me out. Our fresh food should not be coming in like that.
Yeah, so it's just, I worry about all these things. These things actually really count. When he talks about, well, I just saved so many lives, you heard him say, I just saved so many lives. Yeah, in another country. Why don't you start saving the ones here? Because they are dropping like flies. And it is because of what they eat and consume on a daily basis. It's their environment, it's the medical care that they're getting or lack thereof because they fear the medical field.
Oh yeah, we're fixing to bring lawsuit here. They have allowed one particular medical group to monopolize and has run everything out of town. Like took over a whole hospital and emptied it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think we should be working on this stuff. I don't care what anybody says. Every time I look and see what's going on and what's affecting everybody on a daily basis, it's not whether Israel and whoever are fighting. It's not. It's just not. So for me, all that shit just seems frivolous. And I know there's good reasons for it. I don't need the whole
I won't preach at you. I won't soapbox you about safety.
Well, I get it about why he's doing this with all the other countries. I do get it. I just think that these things here need his attention, and they need his attention now. And here's why: because when he puts attention to something, it gets dealt with now.
Right.
When he hands it off to somebody else, well, fuck, it might take 2 years for anything to get done because they're used to working with the government.
Oh, it takes a special counsel, a vote. Yeah.
Where if he just deals with it, it's like, well, yesterday it was like this, and we told Trump about it, and today it's completely different. Now it's like this. So that's why I want his attention put on these things, because shit really does get done when he pays attention. It's not that I'm down on him. It's just that I want his focus to be a little different than it is. And I know there's good reasons for his focus to be on these other countries.
I get it.
He's damn near made the whole world peaceful. Great. I'm grateful. Now let's move on to our shit. If Zelensky and fucking Putin want to play patty cake in the forest, let them.
I know that's
Christ
me
almighty, fence them off and let them go. It'll be 2 less fucking
I
countries
think,
we gotta worry about.
honestly, we should take all the arms away, quit paying everybody to war, and put Zelensky and Putin in a ring with a set of gloves, and the winner wins. Like, just let's duke it out.
That most of the stuff we're not paying for. I get that he's not handing out money, but I'll tell you what we are paying for. We're paying for every time he goes across the country. Do you know how much it takes for him to go from one country to another? It ain't cheap. It's probably more than we all make in a year's time. So
probably
that's a problem. He spends more time in the air than he does on the ground.
I myself was really shocked that he went to Israel and then to Egypt. I'm like, why? Like, send somebody.
Well, can't y'all meet up in one spot? You're that close.
We have Zoom calls now, y'all. Like, we don't have to put him in harm's way to have a discussion. We have technology for that.
Yeah, I know, and and it might seem petty to some people, but I don't know. I just feel like if the attention was put on this stuff, it would be dealt with. I feel like here's one thing. I think that he needs to talk with the food industries that's gone away. The ones that said, we're not putting that shit in our food and we can't afford to do this, so we're out. And now all we got is like 3 companies that provide us with good food, with shitty food.
Right.
So we have barely any that provide us with good food. And if they do, it costs them an arm and a leg to do so. I think he needs to start dealing with those. I think that the farmers need to be paid attention to. We are losing them like no tomorrow. They are buying up farms like crazy. We are not going to have decent food to eat soon.
That's not to count the people that have come in from out of the country and bought up the farmland that we used to have in our food chain.
And don't worry about eating maggots, because pretty soon all the food will be fake, and maggots wouldn't touch it anyways. They would die.
That's fair.
If a maggot's eating it, it's probably better for you than something a maggot won't eat. Holy's going to come in here and go, okay, I'm out. I just walked in the door and I'm out. yeah, I don't know. I hate bashing him because I know he really does do a lot of good things, but I am so frustrated with a few of them. I really do, and I know he's working at trying to get the whole sanctuary cities dealt with and that sort of thing. I just don't know how all that's going to play out. When the state has so much say in what goes on in our state and he has less of a say, that it kind of worries me as to how much he's really going to be able to do for us that are living behind so-called enemy
Right.
lines.
Right behind the blue wall.
And people will say, well, just move. Okay, well, I have 3 kids who all have their own significant others and
Jobs,
have
paid
families.
for
Jobs,
property.
yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on for days about what they have. So it's not as easy as just move.
Yeah, it's not as easy as just transferring through the company and picking an apartment next
Yes.
week.
Now, that's not to say if I had, people ripping off my shit every day or, it's actually when the homeless camp was put up here just not too far from our house a couple of years ago, we damn near put our house on the market then because we're not going to do that. Absolutely not. Now, thankfully enough, they burnt themselves out, literally. It was pretty karma. I loved watching it. To watch the whole, whatever you call, karmish, whatever. Oh, mouse left. It was pretty nice to actually see. Hey, Phil. Good morning or afternoon or whatever it is. So yeah, it was pretty good to watch. They all moved in and they were here for a couple months, and then within a very short time, they were out. They left. Boom. Oh, there's a mouse. It bounced you right out. Every time you pop up, it shows me something like it's a blue thing that goes across the screen, but I can't read it quick enough because I don't notice it, and then when I do, it disappears.
Have you played with the new note feature?
No, but I heard there's one. Hey, Lady A, what's up, darling?
Hey, Lady A. It's over there on the right-hand side there.
Yeah.
And, like, you can type stuff like...
Oh, notes. I see.
Now you
And
see the,
so I
see the
can
screen?
I don't see it on the screen. Where is it? No, I see it over on the side, but does it come up on the screen, the panel?
Okay. Yes, on our side. I can read it.
Right.
Over
but
the
they
screen,
can't.
but they can't see it. So, and you want to keep your notes about what we're talking about.
Okay.
Das
I just want to see.
Go
I
ahead.
want to see where it comes up at.
And then turn teleprompter on at the top.
Oh, I got to turn teleprompter on. That's why. Oh! That's fucking cool because it can get my attention for shit. I need to show this to the guys because that's going to look great
cool,
with
huh?
the shows.
Yeah, and see, the audience cannot see this. Y'all don't see any words on screen, right? No words on screen? Nope, I don't see it.
That's going to be so cool. The only thing is, yeah, we're going to have to erase it so it doesn't, that is
yeah.
fucking cool. Oh, yep, they're going to like this. Baker, LW.
Cool.
I knew there was, I seen something, it talked about being able to do it, but I didn't know what it was.
Well,
Baker,
how
LW,
we used to keep notes in private chat when we would do back sessions and Army Vet and I would be doing research. We would keep notes in private chat, but it goes away once you leave. And so we were keeping them in banners, and then banners got full. And then they added that, and I'm like, that is exactly
and
what
so does it stay when you leave?
I believe so.
Okay.
It's by room. You know how we have rooms? You've got your room, and we've got several other rooms. It stays notes per room.
Okay.
So yours should stay in your room.
I want to see it. I'm going to leave shit there. That way afterwards I want to come back and see if it actually stays.
All right.
That's cool. Oh, wait, I want to shut it off
Nice.
for right now, though, because it's going to bug me. Okay.
What
Yeah,
do
but
they
that is great to
say?
get, like, so, yeah, that's going to be great. Baker will be able to use that when,
And
oh,
I don't think it has a limit to how many characters we can fit in it, like the banners and stuff do.
right.
So it's limitless. And no, yeah, it's a great way to keep focused.
Or even to, like I said, to just get somebody's attention. Because a lot of times we won't pay attention to the private chat
Right.
or even comments. Where this way, if something's asked or whatever, we need to get somebody's attention.
I love it.
Also, it's a good way for fools to make us wake up right before he's going to ask us something. This could be really good. We could no longer look stupid.
Yes, but it is a great tool for us collaborators.
I love the idea.
I do too. I thought you'd like that.
I definitely do for, keeping me looking smart. I need that because, trust me, my cover's blown.
So many times I've even tried to use chat. I've lost my train of thought. And I even go back in chat, try to figure out what I was saying. Like, somebody please say something that's going to remind me of what I was talking about. And this way, we've got notes.
You said it sounds like I'm camping? What sounds like I'm camping, Wanda? Now you make me think my audio is fucked up. LW didn't say anything, so I figured everything was fine.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, yep. Thank you, Wanda.
It flops over every now and then. Does it sound better now?
Oh,
Marvin?
okay. You swapped mics accidentally. I gotcha. So
I didn't. It just does it to me.
yeah, I've had to check mine.
Pisses me off.
Sometimes it'll flip it over to my camera mic. And everybody's like, you sound different. Well, I don't know what you mean by that.
Yes, that's what it keeps doing to me, and it makes me mad that it does that.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep, now I'm good. Yay. Thank you, Wanda, for pointing that out. Because, yes, if you notice, we are the new, and I didn't get to play it earlier. Where is it? Just a minute, I got to find, there it is.
You're listening to the ASN Podcast Network.
Okay, only showing that.
I like it.
Only showing that when I have good audio, though, because I'll be in trouble if I show it any other time. Rookie audio snub. Hey, suck it, LW. The thing about it is what I need to do is if you go to the bottom of the page now and you hit the arrow on your mic or on your camera, it will tell you what you're using. So right now mine shows me that I'm using my mono whatever cast or.
Oh yeah, when you click on people over on the right hand side, it puts it all down and you can.
Right, but see, no, this will tell me what one I'm using. Down on the bottom, if you click the arrow, it'll tell me what mic I'm using, and I don't have to go to settings. I can just go.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with mine, because mine's.
See?
There you go. Is that it?
Oh my God, 100 times better.
So we're all just lingering in our background.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, we were all out camping, as Wanda would say. That's what's going to be the new code. If your mic's fucked up, you're camping. Thank you, Wanda.
Thank you. Yeah.
A fucked up mic means camping.
Okay.
From here on out. Love it. Now we're both good, right? Yes.
There you go.
Life is good. See, we'll figure this shit out one way or the other. That was pretty good. Impressive. See, we even got Wanda being an audio sub. She never comes up. Well, she does once in a while, but yeah, perfect. So tonight our topic is on sleep paralysis.
Oh.
And oh Lord, what was the other?
Sleep. What's sleep?
Start the show over, right? What? What's the other one? Just a minute.
I was just asking, what is this sleep you speak
Yeah.
of?
Yes. What's sleep? If it's more than 5 hours, if it's less than 4 hours, is it still considered sleep?
I think at the 5th hour, you should check me for coma. But don't wake me up. If I actually slip into a coma, let me sleep a day or two. Just
Right.
let me rest. Let me rest.
Exactly. So our show tonight is it. Well, they're going to do an update on the 31 Atlas. It's just so far over my head, I can't tell you. So
Okay. All right.
just know that it's if you want to keep Gigi quiet, you just talk about stuff like that because I'm just clueless. Unless it's got like a rod involved and it's long, like James.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
it's long and hard.
That's right. If I
Headed
can
our
pull that,
way.
if I can pull that shit into the gutter, then yay, I'm all about it. But for some reason, the 31 Atlas, there's nothing I can find that even remotely gets me going. So,
Well, it's got its own source of energy. Buzz, buzz,
right.
buzz.
But it's great. It's great for all the nerdy people. I love it, and I love that everybody loves it. So, but the other things we're going to be talking about is lucid dreaming and then sleep paralysis.
Oh.
So it should be good.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and we will have a guest that will talk about the whole sleep paralysis, and then the week after that is going to be really good. I think everybody's going to love it. So just know that you aren't going to want to miss out on that one either.
Ew.
Yeah. So
spicy.
Yeah, super good shows coming up. We're getting better and better as we go along. The little things that we learn, and so it's getting good.
And it's so much fun just to dig into stuff we never thought about.
Well, most of it. Sometimes if they get too deep for me, then I just, like I said, I go into a coma. It's like,
Yeah.
I get the glazed look on my eyes. The fucking slobber starts coming outside my mouth. I just don't know what to do or
And
say.
you know what? That's okay because I've always been taught if you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So, we're good.
Right?
We love
Right.
learning.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So besides that, my grandson's finally coming home tomorrow. I probably won't get to see him till Sunday or Monday, but yeah, I'll be glad when they're home. That's just, I told Sean, that's too many days to be gone. Don't do that again. It would have helped if we'd have went camping or something, but we didn't. So, yeah, to just sit at home and wait. I don't like that. I mean, I got things I do, but it's still not. He takes up my time. I like that.
Yeah, I left you with nothing to do. You're kind of wandering around.
Lady A, I'm pretty sure that you don't ever get to see sleep or rest until you're like, I don't know. Let's see. They're very young. Yeah, for the next 20 years, right?
Yeah, because
25. You got to get them through their 20s, too.
Even when they do sleep all night, then before you know it, you're waiting on them to come home. So it never ends.
Yeah, she said, being a career mom, I go to sleep early and wake up early. I bet you do. I'm surprised you get to go to sleep early.
Yeah, me too.
That was when, once the kids went to bed, it was like, okay, let me get this, and this done. Because there's just some things you cannot get done if they're awake. Like if you want your sink empty the next morning, you have to wait until they are in bed, including the husband. If you want to make sure that no dishes are going to somehow appear in that sink.
Yep, that's true.
That was such a huge thing.
If the dishes never end, it's never ending. God. You can do a whole load of dishes and poof, there's a spoon. Where'd the spoon come from? Who used the spoon?
We pretty much just leave water going all the time, and that way it can just be washed, rinse it, throw it in the dishwasher, wash it, throw it in the dishwasher. Every time.
If you're anything like mine, everybody walks by the clean. They'll get dishes out of a clean dishwasher, but they will not put them away. Will
yeah.
not.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Marvin calls it my extra cupboard. The dishwasher. Fuck
Yeah.
off. You want to do dishes? Your favorite time of year is coming up? Well, mine just left.
Yeah.
I like summer. I don't like it super hot anymore because I have my own power surges. I can pretty
Yeah,
much outdo the sun at this point. So
yeah.
I can heat up at least half this block when a power surge hits me. I know the neighbors are like, "Can you turn your heat down, Hag? I can feel it over here."
You're glowing.
Right? Why are you dehydrated? Because I just fucking had a power surge.
Yes.
Takes everything out of you.
Yup. But they
Yeah.
lie though. The only advice I got was, "Oh, it only lasts 5 years," and even at that time, I thought, "Holy hell, I'll never make it." It's been way more than 5 years. What the hell?
11 a.m. Oh no. If I got up at 11 a.m., I'd be really pissed because I'd feel like half my day was gone. Like that would really make me mad if I got up at 11 a.m. I have done that where for some reason I couldn't sleep the night before, had insomnia, whatever. And I've gotten to sleep at, 7 in the morning or something and finally dozed off. And so I'll think, okay, I'll just sleep for an hour. Yeah, right. I don't. It ain't no hour.
Yeah,
It's,
that turns into, where
2,
am I?
3.
What time is it? What day
Yeah.
is it? What happened? Oh,
And then I
crap.
wake up and then I'm mad because, half the day is gone and I just dick the dog sleeping and I could have, blah, blah. Yeah. So it's just never
Yeah.
good. I try not to do that much. Okay, I gotta snooze Marvin who's out mowing the lawn. Lord have mercy.
Yay for Mark. Good job.
Yeah. He always picks this time when I got,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, snooze it. There we go.
It's just a windy day outside, y'all. Y'all just don't know. It's so windy.
That's right. It's Marv. He keeps walking in front of the damn ring. Yeah.
I hear that a lot on YouTube now. And everybody's like, "Do you hear my?" Yes, we all know somebody's walking by your door. It's not wind chimes.
Yeah, right. They either stole your yard ornament or they're knocking on your door. Oh my gosh, that lawnmower's loud. That's the one that has a self-propeller, but the self-propeller's broke, so it's like pushing a combine around the yard. I'm like, you're nuts. You're nuts.
Go get him a Cub Cadet for him to ride around.
Nope. He wants to suffer with those. I let him. I told him, dude, you do realize the minute, well, no, I ain't even going to have to worry about it because I'm not having a yard I have to mow. No mow.
Well, then go get yourself a riding lawnmower. It's so soothing to mow the yard for the boys. They have to do all the weed eating and the trimming, but man, to get on a riding lawnmower and just get so noisy that even when they're hollering, "Mom!"
As
Mom,
soon as
you can't hear them.
as soon as he retires, we're on the road. There ain't gonna be time to be mowing no lawn. Nope, I don't want to. I waited and I waited and I waited, and now his back's hurting him. He hadn't been to work for a little bit because his back is just killing him. I'm like, oh Lord. Like, you're okay. You're gonna screw your back up to where we don't even get to go hiking. This is not good. I have things we are gonna do. And I don't give a shit if I have to push you around in a wheelchair. We're hiking Mount Everest, dude. Not really, but
And you're still carrying the water. That's why you have to go. You're carrying the water.
You get the backpack, remember?
I need you to go.
And you got to make sure that nobody messes with me. If there's a guy around, they just tend to leave you alone better. So
Yeah, they do. You get the weird ones when you don't have a fella in tow.
So yeah, he needs to knock it off. Get stuff done. I'm ready. I'm so ready. It'd take me if we could go on the road, it'd take me whatever it takes to clean out the fridge and any, perishables that we may have. That it would take me that time, and I'd have to load up the 4 boxes that I have that need to go into the RV, which one is it's an actual Blackstone grill. So,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
the stuff that I need to put back in the RV, the towels that I washed and the sheets that I washed, all that stuff, it just needs to go back in and throw it back on the bed. So, but otherwise, I mean, we would be ready to go. I'd have to buy. I don't even think I'd have to buy groceries because I could take stuff out of my refrigerator and out of my freezer. Yeah, I'd be good to
Clean
go.
out your home cupboard. What she's going to eat tonight, you're going to eat tonight anyway.
That's right. Doesn't matter where it's at.
There you
Exactly. I could be ready in no time. So when people ask, do you have your bug out bag ready? Well, pretty much, yes. I just got to throw them in the rig and go.
Yeah.
Now, if you're asking me if my bug out bag to hike, like if I would have to walk from here, well, that's going to take me a little bit. We're going to have to go through some
Yeah.
stuff.
And at this age, you know what? We need to go back through the bug out bags on foot, and we need to add Band-Aids, Tylenol, aspirin.
Right. A fan.
Yeah.
There's things I just can't go
I will
without.
leave the flashlight just to fit the fan in.
Hell yeah. I have one that actually it was Marvin's. Kayla bought it for him for Father's Day or something. And they're these really cool waistband fans. And I've stole it from Marvin. It's the greatest fan ever. I mean to tell you, it is you turn that sumbitch on and you put it under your shirt and it'll about blow your shirt right off. Yeah. It gets to going. It's the greatest thing ever when you're in one of those, gymnasiums and they decide that they don't want to use the AC in there and it's hotter than hell. And that is the greatest thing. Or I have one of those Power Surge. Oh my gosh. It's the best thing ever. I love it. Everybody should have one. The thing about it was she got him one, but they were plastic clips. She's like, oh yeah. Sean and her dad would break those in like 5 seconds if it's plastic. So she found some that have metal clips. And of course they were more money, but they have metal clips. They can't break them quite as easy. So, and I've dropped this one a couple times on the gym floor and shit.
Yeah, we don't let the fans go to waste.
Mm-mm. They're so nice.
Wow.
Yeah. I was impressed. Hayden's dad, he had this little handheld one and it's like somebody standing there going, it ain't doing a whole hell of a lot. Trust me. It's your bad breath off me. That's kind of what it reminded me of. And so he's sitting there with his and it's like blowing at one of his little eyebrows, back and forth. And I stick mine over there and he's like, Jesus, that's like a ton. That's like a wind tunnel. I said, I told you.
Yeah.
Your little pussy fan ain't doing nothing.
That's the tease. That's whispering over there.
Yeah. So what else do I know? I think the rain's going to pick up here, which means we'll have rain until July. I hate that.
Now, y'all can have it. Y'all are supposed to have it. Y'all take it. I looked it up this year. We get twice as much rainfall as y'all do. And it was like, oh, so that's why I've complained about the rain all year.
Rainfall in the Portland area?
Well, the western seaboard over there, yeah.
Because Portland, I thought, Seattle's worse than Portland.
We actually got twice as much as Seattle, is what they said. Because I had to read it twice. I couldn't believe that. I know it. It does feel like that's all it's done is rain here the last 2 years. If the sun comes out, it's going to rain.
Let's see. So year to date, the current year to date, we're only at 19.58 inches. But Seattle's.
We've had 46 inches, little over 46 inches. And how much did you say y'all had?
We had 19.
Wow.
Did you do year to date?
Yes, I did. Year to date. As of mid-October 2025, we've had little over 46 inches.
Oh, well, since October, we're just over 35. We're at 35 inches of rain. So since October.
Oh, since October. This is as of year to date, as of October 2025, which is what? Mid-October would have been 2 days ago. That's how it's shocked when you actually get that much rainfall.
I was trying to see what Seattle's is because theirs is like fucking nuts.
Yeah, it rains all the time over on that end.
Oh my gosh. Every time we go there, it's like, it's raining again, raining again, it's raining again. Oh, wow. I think I just seen where it said it's only 18. So 2025 year to date, it's only 18.77 inches. Now, year to date average was 24, almost 25 inches.
Wow.
For Seattle. I got to say that it doesn't, I hate saying that because it'll rain like a bitch now for the next 7 months. But it hasn't rained as much as it normally did. I still say it's because they're fucking with our weather, but what do I know?
I just hope it doesn't snow as much as it rained. You know how bad it does snow, especially in the mountains. You get stuck. You cannot.
In
travel.
Idaho, the snow never. We all knew. I mean, we had never had a problem. It didn't matter. It could be fucking 10 feet of snow. We still went to town every day. Everybody still went to work, school, everything. Nothing stopped when it snowed in Idaho. But here, holy criminy, if they see one snowflake, I'm not kidding you, people are slamming on their brakes, going sideways, even when there ain't ice on the road. It's just nuts.
We just slide off the mountains here, so we just don't.
We got tons of mountains in Idaho, but it just, I mean, I don't know. We have snow plows and, they do what they have to do. Everybody has their chains and snow tires and most of their rigs driving. Shit, I mean, we drove a Pinto and even that little squirrely thing drove all over as long as we had some decent tires.
Right.
But most of us just used all-weather tires, believe it or not. Fucking crazy. Snow tires? That's a waste of money. Here we have, all season and we have snow tires. That way we don't wear them out so much. But here, as soon as snow hits, they don't know what the hell they're doing. So you stay home because you're afraid of death. And it's not because you're going to crash. It's because somebody's going to crash into you.
We just slide off the hills here, so we just try not to.
Yeah.
But I mean, seriously, when the first flake even threatens to fall, you better beat your butt home before the school bus does. Because they will unload the kids from school without warning. They will let the parents know the kids are, leaving school early for weather. As the kids are leaving the bus, actually leaving the school on the bus.
Yeah, see, if we ever did get that back in Idaho, it was no big deal. We just went home and our parents would be home later. We just don't,
Oh yeah.
It was no big deal, but
my youngest, I had a 4-year-old and then a 6-year-old, and he was, barely in school, kindergarten, first grade. And I was at the grocery store filling up for the week's groceries. And I just overheard somebody holler, "Oh shit, they let schools out." Mm-hmm. And I tell you, we all literally left our baskets sitting right in the aisle and just left. I still did not beat the bus home.
Yeah, we never had to. I mean, we just went home, and pretty soon somebody'd show up.
Yeah.
Hey, Linz,
Hey, Lance.
welcome. I seen you. Where did I see you? Whose channel did I see you in? I remember seeing your name. Oh, in Portland Andes.
Ah,
Well, welcome.
absolutely.
Glad you're here. So after you come a few times, I'll give you a wrench, and that way, if there's anybody else you want to go check out their channels, then you can do it through. That way, people don't have to drop links. Such a pain in the ass. So we just kind of network around, but glad you're here. We're going to do a show tonight. There's a bunch of collaborators that get together, and about 7:30 at night, our time, Pacific Standard Real Time, or 10:30 Eastern time, fake time. I gotta quit saying that. I'm gonna run all my fake time
For some
people off.
reason, just so y'all know, everything on the East Coast is fake and everything on the West Coast is real.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Everything on the West Coast is real, and then we just kind of let them, they identify as being real time. We just let them go with that.
We pretend it's early when it's really late. So there you go.
Oh, that's awesome, Linz. I'm so glad you're here. Yay. LW was in Seattle for 4 days once, and it drizzled for 24 hours a day, right? For 4 days. It was annoying. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
If you have to be okay with rain this time of year on the West Coast, because that's
Maybe
what it
that's
does.
the difference. Because man, here in the mountains, when it rains like it pours.
Yeah,
We
no.
don't never get we really rarely get the light drizzle. I mean, we get the tree bending downpours.
We get days of gray, so months of gray, where you look out and it's gray. You don't see blue sky forever. I mean, people literally go by lights and sit under them to keep themselves from becoming depressed here, because it is gray as hell. Like in Idaho, it's not like that. It's either cold, you're either going to freeze to death or you're going to fry. That's how it is in Idaho.
Yeah.
But it's a dry heat, and I can handle that better than I can a wet heat.
Yes, I do miss the dry heats of Texas, West Texas, because up here it's wet.
And I can also deal with dry cold better than I can this wet cold. Like it goes straight to the bone here. Where I mean, in Idaho, your nostrils will freeze together, but you can still go outside and build igloos and all snow floors.
I remember in West Texas when it got cold and you walked outside, because it was a dry cold. It was just an instant face chap. I mean, the whole face.
Yeah, it wasn't real windy where I was born, where I lived, because we were down in a valley, so that was kind of nice too. But we did have the river, which made things colder, but it was no problem. I mean, we stayed outside all day long, even in the winter months. We were outside, and we only came in long enough to, unfry our hands out of our frozen mittens and change out our bread bags out of our boots. That was about it. That's the only time you went in the house, and you just had the bread bags just in case if anything got down there, got wet, you weren't getting your feet wet.
The bread bags.
That's right.
We were told we shouldn't have. We should have. Like we did it anyway. We had no idea if we were actually going to frostbite our crap, but everybody put bread bags on to keep it dry at least. Feet and hands.
Oh, I want to hike the Olympic. Yeah, rainy. Ugh.
I don't understand you hikers.
Oh, I love it. It's one foot in front of the other, and you get to see beauty you've just never seen before. It's the best exercise. And you get to see everything.
It makes me tired just thinking about walking through that crap again. Of course, down here when you're hiking, it's a little bit of rock climbing and so.
No. Okay, let me let me explain something to you here in the Pacific Northwest. We all like hiking so much that we have trails. So you just put one foot in front of the other. The hazard is, well, in Idaho we did a lot of hiking through brush and shit. That wasn't as much fun, but we were usually doing it because of hunting or something. There was something, building fence. Something was involved. So, but in the Pacific Northwest, when they go hiking, they go for, we hike for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. But the worst you got to worry about is tripping over a tree stump or something that's in the middle of the trail. Or some idiot riding a mountain bike down the trail and running over you. That's about the most you got to worry about. So
I could do that. I mean, that's just a nature walk. Like I said, up here, if I broke down and had to go to town and there were no roads, I would die. Like, I would die.
Yeah. Now, in Alaska, they have trails, and then they say, okay, well, here's the trail. And then they show you this straight up and down ledge with rocks that are not fixed. They're rolling rocks. So, and they just say, yeah, go to the top of there. And if you do that, you're fucking awesome for getting to the top of Flat Top. We did it. It was awesome. That was right after I had quit smoking. I quit. Oh, actually, no. That was right before I quit smoking, because that was in September, and I didn't quit smoking until November. So, and I was still smoking then, and I beat my husband and sister-in-law. I didn't beat him. Yes, I did. I beat him to the top, and I beat them down the hill. It's like, come on, fat asses, get moving. Not really. They weren't.
I got all that exercise chasing kids. Now I'm just like, I finally found that spot in life where I could sit down for a minute. Like, just sit down for a minute. Nobody hollering, Mom, and you got to get back up and go.
You can't cheat at hiking, LW. That tells you how much hiking you've done. You can't cheat at hiking. You got to go straight through it and just bite the bullet and do it.
It's called a motorcycle, LW. Motorcycle.
Not straight up a hill, you ain't. Let me tell you, you ain't getting to the top of Flat Top. You can barely get there being a damn billy goat. Those rocks moving and shit, it scared the shit out of me. But I did it, and I don't do heights well. I'm not much of a heights person, but we did it. It was impressive.
Not much of a height person either. No, don't like.
The wind blew. When we got up there, it looked like Mars. Because there's nothing. I mean, the wind. There was a flag up there that was ripped to shit from the wind, and I think they just put it up. I mean, to tell you that wind, holy cow. If you'd have put your arms out with your coat, you could have flew off the mountainside. I mean, you'd have dropped right after you lost the wind current, but yeah, I love hiking. It's the greatest way to get to nature, and like here, you can do it as easy as you want, or we grade our hikes. So, you've got moderate or easy or, hard. I mean, there's all in betweens. And so, when you first start out, you start out with easy, and then you're glad you did, because a couple of those easies, somebody marked them as easy, and it's like, fuck that. That's hard shit.
Who said that?
It's like, let me be the judge. But then, after you kind of get into it, then pretty soon, I mean, I hiked up at a Crater Lake, no problem. We We smoked most of the people, except these 2 people that smoked our ass. I'm telling you what, those people walked by us like we were going backwards. I was so pissed. I'm like, how in the hell? I hike all the time and I'm in good shape. How the hell are they doing that? Yeah, that was a hell of a hike. But it's so worth it. At a Crater Lake, that's the most beautiful lake ever. It's my favoriteest place in the Pacific Northwest. Gorgeous. But yeah, anyway. I suppose, what do we got? And we've only been on an hour and 15 minutes and Trump took up half that time, but I wasn't going to stay on long, but I thought I'd at least come on and say, hey, Coffee Club.
Yeah, we're here. But I hear you, yeah. It's going to be a pretty, like I said, or like you said, pretty busy Friday night. Y'all have got what y'all have got going on tonight. So
yeah, it's going to definitely be a longer, hopefully it's a great night and a longer night. Remember, everybody, come hang out. We do have a call in where you can call in, which is really cool. We like people to do that. We're trying to take it to kind of like a radio show. So, and then if we don't drop the number, then we always drop the link so that people can come on. We do only have one person up at a time. That way we're not having a bunch of over talking, because it makes it really hard to follow a stream if a bunch of people are over talking each other.
And
so.
it's going to be streamed out to a couple of different channels. Find it where you can over here at GG's or
At LW's?
LW's, yeah.
Yes. And then also at Traveling Fools. So,
yeah, that was one of them. Yeah. So y'all be sure to come back for that.
Yeah, and for Traveling Fools has not hooked up my Nightbot yet, like he told me he'd do months ago. But if
Just
he
be
ever does
careful with
that,
the Nightbot. The one thing I was warned about Nightbot, it was easier to get hacked with Nightbot. So
oh
pick a
wow,
good
really?
one. Yeah, pick a safe one. Do your homework. But
I'll
anyway,
do the same one Fools does. But
I'm gonna.
and
let
what are
get
you
out of here.
doing? Are you doing anything this week, Mouse?
I don't think. Oh wait, the game comes on Saturday. If I'm home, we will be doing the Tennessee-Alabama game.
Football sucks, but yay for them. Go check them out on Saturday.
Yeah. Go
Mouse's channel.
Vols. We'll see you later, Gigi. Love you, girl.
Hey, love you, honey. Thanks for coming up. All righty, everybody. And you know, the other thing is you get to hear my new song on my way out. I got to come up with a video to go with it. Linz, thanks for coming. Much appreciated. Yes, come back anytime. Like I said, I usually do coffee clubs on Friday mornings. I do a stream on Tuesday. You probably already know because you hang out anyway. So, yeah. Definitely glad you're here. And love y'all. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us and smiling a lot and all the things. And we will see you tonight. Don't forget, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, real time, or 10:30 Pacific Standard Eastern, fake time. And remember, you can see us here or LW's channel or Traveling Fools. If you're wondering what to get to those channels, you can always go to either my page and find them in my liked channels, or you can go to my description in this video afterwards, and you can find both their channels there. So, yo, thanks y'all, and have a great night. But wait, I got to do this. I got to do it.
You're listening to the ASN Podcast Network.
I'm loving it. I got to figure out where to stick it in when I do the video, after I do the video, the intro or outro video. So here y'all go. Love y'all. Bye. Thanks for coming. You know the deal. Without you, I wouldn't be here.
Step right up, got tickets on sale in today.